Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Teddy here, and welcome to my Carnivore Week 1 progress update. Today I'm just going to kind of be going over things that I've experienced through my first week in Carnivore. Um, I'll go ahead and cut to weight loss now. Um, we are about at 289, I believe is what the scale said. Um, so we're feeling good. We're about down 10 pounds. Not quite. I think it's more like 9, but whatever. Um, so over these last 7 days, I've noticed some changes that I've experienced. I would say the three biggest things that I've noticed are that my face is more slim. Um, I mean, obviously, losing weight, that's going to happen naturally anyway. But I've really noticed how my jaw is actually like you can see a more defined jawline, which was not the case with just my standard weight loss that I was doing. And I'm not really doing anything extra. I'm not exercising as much as I should be. Um, Obviously, I should be doing a bit more stuff, but I haven't really been doing that. Second thing that I've noticed is that my gut health is a little bit better. So I've been struggling with gastroesophageal reflux disorder for 4 or 5 years now, really since I started gaining a lot of weight. And I've noticed that as my weight has gone down, as the numbers dropped on the scale, um, it has started to repair itself. But this last week, I've really noticed because I've been taking famotidine. Um, how long has been? Probably about 3 years, and that was the only thing that was giving me any relief for any time I was having gut issues. But the last week, I've really noticed that ever since I've started going like really high fat and really high protein, that my guts don't bother me anymore. Like I can drink a coffee and have a little to no issue with it. Um, I mean, obviously the acid is still bothering me a smidge, but not as much as it was. And the third thing, the biggest thing that I've noticed really is that through losing the weight, and I know that this happens naturally as you lose weight and as you go through your weight loss progress, my joints don't ache anymore. But even up until the beginning of this year, I was still having knee problems because when I was a senior in high school, I really screwed up my knee because I was a football player, and it's never really been the same. And I've noticed that my knee isn't popping as much as it was, and it would pop just about every time I took a step. It used to. And now it doesn't seem like it's doing much anymore. My lower back isn't bothering me. My shoulders and my neck aren't bothering me. Um, and I've really noticed a lot of progress in the last, like I said, about 7 to 10 days. I also feel like I have more energy, um, more mental clarity and focus. I don't really find myself lost in thought much when I'm focusing on a task where I used to like really struggle with trailing off. I don't really feel that anymore. And I'm not really as hungry because that was even just my general dieting because I started back in July when um, when I first started working, I had noticed that I wasn't fitting into my work clothes. And so, in order to help that, I started eating a little bit better, started cleaning up what I was eating, started counting my calories, that kind of stuff. And just being in a calorie deficit in from middle of July until the end of October, I had lost about 35, 40 pounds. But then at the beginning of December, I started actually going like hardcore keto. And I did that for about 3 weeks until Christmas. And then I started gaining a little bit of weight back because it's the holidays. Calories don't count during the holidays. Everybody knows that. But I did gain a little bit of weight back. And then what actually inspired me to go like full carnivore was that my dad did it, started doing it back in September, and has lost like 45 pounds and feels healthier. He was having a lot of vascular issues in his legs, and he's not really anymore. His gut health has been great. He feels great. So I decided, whatever, I guess I got to start somewhere. Um, but I've also noticed that I'm more alert. Like I wake up in the morning and I don't feel like I need to go back to bed. So that's pretty cool. But I think I'm gonna like the way that I am going to um, the way that I am going to do my full like carnivore plan is that, so for the first 30 days, so I started January 8th, so until February 8th, I am going to do more hardcore carnivore. I haven't really been doing a lot of dairy. I've been drinking a little dairy. The other night I had a scoop of sour cream and a handful of cheese, and then I've had like a quarter cup of heavy cream in my coffee. But I'm really like tempering down the dairy because I'm really trying to focus on hardcore eating mostly red meat, because those are going to have your highest protein to fat ratio. So I'm really focusing on eating that. And then for the 60 days after that, because I'm going to do a full 90 days of carnivore. So for the following 60 days, I'm going to focus on reintroducing dairy a little bit, eating more cheeses, high fat cheeses, yogurt, that kind of stuff. And then I'm also going to start eating more meats. Right now, like I said, I'm really just focusing on red meat, so beef and pork, and a little bit of chicken here and there, and eggs, of course. But right now, I'm really focusing on eating beef and pork. And then after these first 30 days, I'm going to be focusing on trying to get a little more variety in the meats that I'm eating. Like I'll be eating veal and lamb and other game meats, so like venison, that kind of stuff. That's going to be like, that's my carnivore plan. And then for my goals, so my overarching goal, that is the biggest reason why I even started losing the weight in the first place, is because my brother is actually getting married in May, and my goal is to be down to 220 before May. I don't know if it'll happen because that is another 65 pounds. That's a lot of weight to lose in 3 months. I think that I can do it. I think that if I really drill down and like start working out a little bit more, incorporating more movement into my day, taking my more steps, trying to hit those daily step goals, drinking a little bit more water, because I've been saying in my shorts, and you guys have seen that I try to stay at about a gallon a day, mainly just because I'm not trying to like get a lot of water retention, but at least, stay hydrated. And that's kind of like my main goal. So a couple other goals that I have is more mental clarity, because I've been struggling with depression and anxiety for my entire life, and a lot of these physicians that talk about carnivore, and you can look them up, like Dr. Chafee and stuff like that, they say that carnivore can help with mental focus, mental clarity, emotional issues that you might have. I have noticed that my psoriasis is starting to clear up. Like, I'm not really having a ton of issues there. But yeah, mental clarity is definitely a big one for me. And then I really want to establish better eating habits and starting to listen to my body more. Because one thing that I did do a lot before I started like really focusing on my calories was I would eat just to eat. I ate a lot. I would probably eat 3,000 to 5,000 calories a day pretty easily. And I would eat out. I would go get lunch every day. So really focusing on listening to my body, and when my body tells me I'm full, stop eating. And I've noticed that I have started doing that a lot more recently. But yeah, just establishing those better eating habits so that I only eat till I'm full and don't eat anymore. And when I get hungry, I eat again. I'm not really doing the whole 3 square meals a day thing. I haven't done. I'm really just focusing on eating when my body tells me it's hungry, and stop eating when I'm done, when I'm full. So anyway, that's kind of my weekly progress update. I'll be doing one of these probably every week. So look for that every Tuesday. And of course, I'm going to be posting my daily shorts. You guys know that. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sign off, and I will see you guys later.